No $1 million contract, no cut contracts, no agents, just athletes giving it all they have, the essence of sports. Brent Mushberger. Up and ready to explore the campus. We're here at 1606 North B Lane at the Wilcox Center, and I'm getting ready to talk to Assistant Director of Little 500. His name is Jordan Bailey, and this is the first time I've actually been here myself, so this should be a new experience for the both of us. So come on, let's go.
Now we are in the midst of Little 500 season. Last Saturday we had our qualification event, so we had over 75 teams come out and attempt to qualify for both the 25th running of the women's Little 500 and the 62nd running of the men's Little 500. The way that qualification works is it's very similar to how they do it up in Indianapolis at the Motor Speedway. Teams of 4 compete around the track over 4 laps, completing an exchange during each lap, and then at the end of the day they are slotted onto a big board, and those with the fastest times, those with the fastest 33 times make it into the race, and then everybody else unfortunately does not qualify. And then on top of both qualifications and race day, we have a string series of events which consist of 3 events. Our individual time trials, which are going on this evening, and a missing out event, and a team pursuit. The individual time trial is a individual effort where individual riders ride 4 laps around the track by themselves and just to go for the fastest time they can. A bracket style event where heats of either between 8 to 10 riders will ride around the track, and every time the pack comes around to the start finish line, the rider that is last to cross the finish line gets knocked out, and so they go down and then eventually advance through the heats until we get to a finals, and then we shake it out for the top 3. It was a bit unique in the grand scheme of other student organizations on campus. So while they kind of fall under the umbrella of the Student Activities Office and go up that department, the Student Foundation is actually connected. It's a department of the IU Foundation. So the IU Foundation's main mission is to maximize private support for Indiana University. Indiana University, while it is a public institution, only receives about 17 to 18% of its yearly budget from the state legislature. So the rest of that is allocated by the foundation through gifts that it raises from alumni, businesses, and et cetera. So again, it's nice because we kind of play the best of both worlds. But being attached to the foundation, we have two guys that come out on several times during the week to make the lawn look nice and upkeep the Wilcox House. And then on top of that, here at the Wilcox House, in the Student Foundation, we have 5 full-time staff. Dana Cummings, my director, is the boss, and then under her, I'm the assistant director in charge of Little 500 races. We have Beth Miller, who's another assistant director in charge of accounts and sponsorship. Melissa Walter is an assistant director in charge of student programming and membership, and then Jewel Baker is our administrative assistant.
It feels like a homely atmosphere in here.
We might as well go up to the track, I think. We've got the IU physical plant department comes out on a daily basis, and they prep the track. Back in 1951, the first race took place on the old running track at the 10th Street Stadium, the corner of 10th and Fee. They ended up condemning that building, and we moved over to this facility which we share with soccer in 1982, and kept everything the same. So they still ride on a cinder track, and it's a 400 meter cinder track. The physical plant guys come out and they'll roll it, and it's pretty watery. So they watered it this morning, and by this afternoon, by the time ITT starts, it'll be pretty quick and compact, and rolled and good to go for the rider.
This is not just a track, but a trail of IU's rich culture and tradition that continue to come alive each year. Jordan's going to give us an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at this year's press box. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, here's the moment you've all been waiting for. The inside peek sneak of the press box, where it all goes down. 100 trees, bad calls, you name it. All right, we're going in.
This is the Bill Armstrong Stadium press box. So up here on race day, this is where all the timers and scores are, and then our announcers will be on top of the roof of the press box. HDNet, which is a company owned by Mark Cuban, comes in every year. They've done it for the last 10 years or so, and actually broadcast our race live on HDNet for both the men and the women's race. And so this is kind of their headquarters in here. But it's a nice facility, and we're lucky to have it.
It is very nice.
A 4-year rider when I was a student. I rode for an independent team called the Black Key Bulls, and they are still in the race. And was the first on the team to be a 4-year rider. So
You guys are getting behind the scene footage right now. You don't see this every day.
basically, this is the sound booth to Bill Armstrong Stadium. This controls the scoreboard, and we're also going to bring the mic up in here tonight to control the PA system. And so we'll have a phone running from up here to down there, and it's basically like the bat phone that if you pick it up, then it'll ring down to there, likewise back forth, and that's how we communicate back and forth with all the times of the riders this evening.
I want to be on a bike so bad.
I know you do. You are awesome.
Make sure his name is not on here.
Make sure you get Sigma Kaya there.
Uh-oh.
Is that
Sigma
right? Is
Kaya?
that allowed?
I'm
You
not.
can like Photoshop it out if you want.
I'll just stand like this. Where is it?
It's right. It's on the thing.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I thought you meant mention it. Let me see.
You would have to sign a contract to be aired live on MCAT, apparently.
I mean, we don't have any of our papers here to get them to sign anything. I don't know who should do it today. Yeah, just because we don't have that paper, we don't have that form to sign.
Oh, yeah.
The race was it was a transformative touch point for myself to the university, and I took it very seriously and still very passionate about it. So being able to continue my relationship with the Student Foundation University and Little 500 is on a daily basis is quite special, and I take it very seriously. This is the Wilcox House, named after the first executive director of the IU Foundation back in 1950.
All right. To all of our viewers, thank you for watching today. It's been a really great experience with Jordan Bailey. He's really opened up and shown us so many exciting things about, this area. He's shown us the track, and he's shown us the garden. You guys saw the press box. I mean, this was exclusive stuff, you guys, and we've really had a fun time. So I want to talk to him one more time, and instead of talking about the race and all that goes into, preparing for it, I want to kind of get up close and personal with him as a person and try to get like a nice personal story from him, something that will hopefully encourage you guys to, you know, stick with whatever you feel like you want to do here and not to give up, because it's important that you guys stay encouraged as students.
I was a graduate of Indiana University and now work for the IU Foundation. And over my experiences the last couple of years, one of the best things that I've learned is that, you know, Indiana University, the network of alumni just travels very far and wide across the world, really. And so if you're a student here at Indiana University right now, not only are there 40,000 other students that it's important to, you know, interact with them and get to know, but then you have to use your network of just being a Hoosier in general, and go out there and into the world once you graduate and find them, because as the great American novelist Kurt Vonnegut once said, no matter where you go, you will always find a Hoosier doing something very important. But really, keep those connections and keep those touch points with the university, because later on in life, you'll be happy you had them. So.
And we're going to talk about Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman case. You can't really determine how a conversation will go. Sometimes you expect to get a debate and you might get the complete opposite. You just have to go with the flow. Well, the conversation that we usually have in the barbershop is completely different. On another level, I would say that it's more contested. One of those conversations that you have when you feel all the adrenaline rushing through your body. All right, you guys, that's it. That's all we have for our day section of Day and Night.
And he said, Jesus said, if you hear a person say, you will be here, you will be there. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they're talking about.
Next week on Day and Night.
If you ask me what you, if you ask me what you, if you ask